is going on, folks? This song's still fucking playing. Shit, sorry about that. Man, I miss a week, Kenny, and I messed my stuff up. What's going on? It's me, the GREG, back after a week-long sabbatical.
Glad to have you back.
Welcome to House of the Podcast, folks. Joining me, of course, our double champion, His Grace Warhawk Carlito, Kenny, who is also, along with Matt, been graciously running shit while I've been gone. I appreciate it, brother. How have you been?
I have been very well, my good sir. I have been very well. No, actually, I've been cool, man. Glad to have you back, man. Glad to see you look refreshed. So I know it's going to be a good time. Before we get into any dragons, we have a little bit of news real quick. WWE Hall of Famer shot in the ear. Yeah. That's the news. End of story. All right. Got caught blading himself, but end of story.
That's the first thing I saw when I logged on. I was like, what happened? And it was like 15 accounts, like WWE Hall of Famer still knows how to blade.
Exactly.
Like shit.
I told that to my mom. My mom, because mommy didn't know that Trump was in WWE Hall of Fame. I said, "Ma, he's a wrestling Hall of Famer. He knows how to blade." She was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Yeah."
So, yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that happened.
Right. And before we get into any other talks, unfortunately, as they always say, death does come in threes. This weekend, we got hit with 3 celebrity deaths. R.I.P. to Dr. Ruth, R.I.P. to Richard Simmons, and this morning, R.I.P. to Sharon Doherty. Our condolences go out to their families. We wish them well. And yeah, they wasn't lying when they said that shit come in threes. It was bing, bing, bing.
No, they were not. I also, by the way, fuck Elon Musk and Twitter. That's another thing. We are gonna have to figure out what to do going forward. As we started it, literally, as we put up the music, we got a notification that we can no longer stream on Twitter without a premium account. So Elon is continuing to do what he's been doing since he got it, which is cutting parts of Twitter away and putting it back in as paid services, which is just, what fucking CEOs and billionaires love to do. Just fuck you if you are trying to get something going. So fuck them. Will we end up paying for it? I don't know. I really don't want to, but we get a lot of views. So might have to. But anyway.
We both said that shit. We might have to.
Motherfucker might have to. I've avoided that shit for so long, Kenny, but god damn it. He might have us over the pot with our nuts. Anyway, let's talk about House of the Dragons, episode 4, season 2. I cried. I cried, man.
The lonely tear came down. I'm not gonna lie. I did the hard. But let's talk about something that So Daemon is going crazy, hasn't he?
It looks like it. Yeah.
Didn't they say something about how the house would drive him mad before anything else?
Yeah. I do love how we're in the middle of this like war and conflict. All these people are dying, and Daemon's on his own little side quest, doing a fucking Scooby-Doo episode with his castle. He saw those feet run across under that door, and he got a sword. Like it was.
Your man is out here beheading his niece. That's not really his niece. That's not really there. You know what I mean? So
his niece, niece.
Right. His nastiness. He's seeing his ex-wife and the ugly handmaiden that's coming to pour his drinks. Like Daemon is tripping. He's out here tripping. He's waking up with blood on his hands, then looking again. There's no blood. Yeah, Daemon is out here. So we have basically what's going on is what? No, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Smart on your part.
Right.
I don't say that a lot about Batty, but smart.
Shit. He is backing on a roll here, folks. So right, Batty. And I'm glad you used the right term for him too. That's exactly what it is. Perfect term for his ass right there with that one.
Oh God.
Yeah. So we start off with Daemon wandering down the Harrenhal. Like I said, he keeps having apparitions of Rhaenyra as her younger self, and he pretty much walks towards the Iron Throne, and it's becoming more and more apparent that his subconscious is letting him know he is jealous of her, because that apparition keeps saying, yeah, you created me because you were jealous that your brother loved me more than he loved you. Which, to be fair, should happen. It is his child. Like, you know, there's a different type of love, but like, yeah, like parents usually do love their children a little bit more than their siblings at times, you know. They're from you. So.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. I mean, you know, most parents feel that way. Yeah, and only half a stand. Yeah, that's just every day. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere every hour. So you know this.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, like, of course, yeah. And she was speaking High Valyrian to him, and even he was like, "Speak common, speak English, essentially. Speak common, speak plainly." And yeah, he cuts her head off, and then, like you said, he wakes up. There's blood on his hand, and then all of a sudden, there's not blood on his hand. A raven's been sent. You know, war's going down, and while this is happening, both sides of the conflict, both House Targaryen, House Green, I guess they're both technically Targaryen, are having trouble at their own tables.
Extreme trouble.
Yeah. Rhaenyra is currently on her way back from the last episode where she tried to go visit Alicent. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to figure this out without her. And because Aemon is upstage. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, because no one in Rhaenyra's council, except for Rhaenys, knows exactly where she went.
Yeah.
You know, so they just thought she disappeared again out of the blue. Like, they're thinking, damn it, she's back here mourning again, disappearing. Where the fuck is our queen?
She's gone nuts.
Not knowing that she's literally trying to, you know, save them from going to war.
Save lives.
Whereas, as you were just getting ready to say, Aemon is over here plotting his own takeover with Sir Cole against Aegon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're the Aegon's whole council is just kind of realizing, oh, this motherfucker is a kid.
Yeah, like he is shit.
No, Aemon speaks to him because he's trying to tell them that he wants to go retake the castle Harrenhal that Daemon's at, and Aemon's saying that doesn't matter. That castle's not important. It really is. There's no point in going after it. We're going to go this way. And Aegon is fighting him on it. So Aemon speaks to him in High Valyrian. And Aegon skipped those classes when he was growing up, clearly. You know, he was sleeping during them because Aemon speaks to him, and apparently everybody in that council room can also understand it.
That's exactly what I was bringing up, and that's what I asked you. I said, "Can everybody understand High Valyrian?" And then Matt said, "Apparently, only high scholars can understand High Valyrian." So I said, "Oh, the bald-headed skittledoodle Grand Maester that was out there definitely understood."
That's why when him
the look like
he was, because what was it? How did Aegon was like struggle? It was like me trying to get through my first speak your first Spanish sentence in Spanish 101.
It was like the first time you tried to say "Here Maliente."
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. But real my
burritos
Maliante, like
burritos and magnolias. What?
Aemon essentially asked him, "What is your plan going forward, my king?" And Aegon said, to war."
Mm-hmm.
Ended it with a question mark, and everybody at the table was like, "This motherfucker, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die."
Right.
That's exactly what it was. Well, I will have to make war.
So Aemon is sitting there like this. So what's your plan then? He has no plan. Aemon is like, yeah, okay, so this is what's going to happen. Sir Cole's going to come around on the edge. We're going to have them covered on this side and this side. I'm going to come in with Vhagar, and we all good. Now, speaking of Vhagar, me and you were talking about this right before we came on the show. How the fuck did Aemon end up with the biggest dragon out of everybody? How did that happen? And how does this big ass bitch keep playing peekaboo on people and sneaking up on people? Which we'll get into in a little bit. Something else that I find very, very interesting, because after the council meeting, we cut to a scene where Rhaenys is walking towards the docks, and she comes upon Alan. As we all know, Alan is the guy who pulled Corlys from the sea, saved his life pretty much. And Rhaenys pretty much tells him, "I hear you're the one that, saved my husband. They didn't tell me you was fine too."
In fact, you look a little like a younger.
What is the beef with that? I don't understand.
So she alluded to that being his son, being a bastard of his. Which he allegedly, I believe he is, according to conversation about the books. So she's like, "Huh, they didn't tell me. Look, just like the motherfucker. Where is he? Where is he? I need to see him now." Yeah, that's what it is.
He damn sure did. Still Vhagar.
Yeah, he definitely did. That was I can't remember his wife's name, but that was Daemon's second wife's dragon. He was teaching her, to ride it and things. And that's Vhagar is actually the one that she commanded to burn her.
Hey, listen, we got a lot of bastards on this show. Found out fucking I might be a bastard. Found out that the goddamn the crazy bitch that lives with Daemon in the castle, me and her got the same last name, and Daemon automatically spits out, "Oh, the bastard." So what? My people's is the bastard?
Just all rivers across the board?
Right. Just all of us rivers across the board is bastards. Clearly. Like, what the fuck? How is that going down?
That's just disrespectful. Yeah. That's just rude. Daemon is anti-Kenny.
Right, and I was on Daemon's side, son of a bitch.
Like, motherfucker, I've been rooting for you for 2 seasons.
Right, and then you just gonna say my whole family is bastards. Like,
son of a bitch.
That's why she gave you the drinky drink with the freaky mushrooms. Don't talk shit about us.
Aegon, Tito, you're right. Yeah, Aegon did have several bastards in that one brothel. They were like working the brothel and were also like kid fight club fighting each other. So yeah, Aegon is out here working on repopulating their bloodline by himself.
He's out here slanging dick. That's what he out here doing. That's the best way to put it. Your man is knighting penis on these whores. That's what he's doing.
I didn't even get to talk about it last week, but when he walked in, when he and his drunk friends walked in, and Aemon was with that same prostitute.
The best pussy in the business. You keep going back to it.
He does. It's just, you know what? No wonder Aemon is like going for him. You know what? He's a dick. He's been a dick to him his entire life. Like, he's the reason that
he lost his eye.
He is, and he's the reason Luke and Jake were bullying him because he started this shit. Like, it's always been he's a dick. He is a dick. He does. Aemon do got mommy issues. That's absolutely true.
Bad ones.
Speaking of mommy issues, we see Allison drinking
the pill.
The
day after drink.
Which is damn man, Kristen Cole, that motherfucker. He gets 2 women pregnant. Both of them immediately take that pill.
They're like, nope, no, thank you. No, thank you from this dude. Absolutely not. And it's not like he's getting 2 women who don't have power pregnant either. So I know he's thinking that Dave Chappelle episode when he got Oprah pregnant. Gotcha. I know he's thinking that. And they're like, I think the fuck not. Bye, Birdie.
2 times. Twice. He's like, I made it. I'm done. I don't have to do any more work. Like, no, motherfucker. You get back to work.
Keep that white cloak on.
Get that white cloak. Get on that horse of yours and get the fuck out of here. And Kristen is making a lot of dumbass mistakes in this episode too.
Yeah.
He is.
Hold on, there actually is a bunch of Christian Coles running around here because that's Jason him.
No, that's I can't remember that guy's name. The guy that
the
Rhaenyra is with that they burned to death.
The other dude. Yeah.
We see him showing up, and I think I had to look up who this was. It's Allison's brother that was like constantly questioning him on his decisions. Was we're gonna attack the castle at daylight, and he goes, "Why not attacking it at night, like so they can't exactly see where we're coming from?" And he goes, "They never expected it." The guy says, "They don't expect it because it's fucking stupid."
Stupid, right? That's pretty much what it is. His whole thing. He was like, "Are you scared?" He said, "No." Worse, I'm fucking rational.
That's right, strong. Which is a great line, actually. That's a great. Are you scared? No, I'm rational. That is a great line.
He said, "No, worse, I'm rational." Like,
yeah,
you can't deny that. Like, the man is like, "No, I'm not scared of shit. I just realized what the fuck is gonna happen. We're gonna die because of you. How about we come up with a different plan where, let me think, we don't die?"
Well,
that's always good in my book.
Cole just like, nope, this is what we're doing. We're going. Everybody to arms. And you saw his looks. This bastard's gonna get us killed. And honestly, in a world where both sides of an army have flying, breathing nukes, multiple. Yeah, exactly. Cole doesn't have a ton of actual experience fighting in a war.
Right.
That's something that was brought up. We can't.
This was written before Shrek. Was it?
Right. Yeah, this was before that.
Was it written before Shrek?
I don't know. I hope so. Because if not, George R. R. Martin got some fucking explaining to do. I'll tell you that much.
If a fucking donkey starts talking on this show, I'm going to be very upset.
Is that a cat in boots and a hat? What the?
We already got a reddish pink female dragon that just Melisses. The same way in Shrek, there's a pinkish female dragon.
These people do love their dragons. They like their dragons a lot, you know.
So Daemon, right? Yeah.
Daemon is talking to I believe is it a Tully that he's talking to?
Yes.
And he's talking about how
he tells that poor boy. He said, How was your grandsire? He was like barely weak, you know, just take meager sips of water to, you know, just hang on. She's like, so he lives. So little Tully says, yes, by the grace of the gods. Your man Daemon says, yeah, well, it'd be smeet you if you just kind of like put a pillow over his fucking head and then speed up your inheritance so that way we can get this war started.
Like, but I love my grandsire. Like, yeah, well, I love living.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Exactly, Cookie's like, yeah, well.
Like, listen, you can't talk for him, right? So how about this? Go home, kill him, and come back. So that way we could talk. Because that's what I need you to do. That's what I need you to do right now. I need you to go home, kill him, come back, because I need somebody that could work with me here. Right.
Send his ass to the upper room.
Right. He said, but I love him. That's nice. That's beautiful. I understand, but you can't do shit for me right now. So as he's doing that, also during this time period, we notice Daemon is having a very hard time sleeping, and he finds himself wandering throughout the castle, especially in the middle of the night. And that's when, like I said, he comes upon Harrenhal, the upper room. He comes upon, I guess, Harrenhal's version of a Grand Meister. Mm-hmm. She says she inherited the job when the other woman kind of skedaddled from out of nowhere, just kind of left. And she tells him the story about how Harrenhal is built on like cursed land because it was used with cursed wood, and the bed that he sleeps in is actually made of that cursed wood, which is why he keeps having nightmares and dreams. And at the same time as she's saying this, she's also putting the bug in his ear to have him make his own claim. Mm-hmm. She's like, I would be having, you know, second feelings if I'm out here, you know, defending somebody when I'm supposed to be the person in charge. But, you know, like, she's really putting that buzz in his ear.
She reminds me of what's the redheaded woman from Game of Thrones? Melisandre?
Yeah.
Because I think she's also a witch. I think by like the way that she's handling
the Red Witch.
Kind of tell. Yeah.
That's why this episode was called like the Red Door or some shit, if I'm not mistaken.
I think So like
maybe she's a part of that lineage, the Red Witch lineage.
The Red Dragon of the Gold. So yeah, I think maybe. Yeah. Like you said, definitely putting, you know, that
putting that hard buzz in his ear, like, yo, you know, you could be king, homie. You know,
like, you're you know, are you satisfied being here when your wife niece is
first off, she called him out on
your claim. She called
him out. She was like, so you ran here after you got into an argument with your wife, huh? And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? She said, yeah, man, you came in here claiming this for your wife, but yet you ain't sent out a raven yet. Yeah, okay. So this is where you came to get away from your wife. I feel you. That's pretty much what happened. So she called him out on that. Then she winds up giving him the secret mushroom juice. Next thing my man Daemon know, he's in a council meeting and looks over and says, well, who the fuck are you? He said, "I'm damn it, who was it again? The younger guy that came in. Shit. I'm having a hard time remembering his name because at one point he said, you know, I veered for Rhaenyra's hand as well too. I always liked her. Lord of the Blackwoods.
That's yeah. I'm sorry. I usually can get notes, but I didn't get notes this episode. But yeah.
The Lord of the Blackwoods, and Daemon is like, so are you really here to fight for Rhaenyra, or you just want to be able to, you know, keep going with your Blackwoods versus Blacken fucking feud that y'all been doing for eons? And then that's when he hits Daemon with the yeah, nigga. I know that's your wife, but you know I tried to get your wife before you, right?
Also, when he's speaking to the Lord of the Blackwoods, he takes the vision of Daemon's previous wife.
No, it was the handmaiden.
The handmaiden. That's right. Yeah,
the handmaiden that was bringing in the drink, and Daemon is sitting there looking at her like, "I thought you was dead. What's this about here?"
It's weird because it's making Daemon like they keep like, my lord, hey, are you listening? Like, it's the more that he's at Harrenhal, the more it looks like he's just out of his fucking
batshit crazy.
Yeah,
going batshit crazy, and I wonder. I think we may have to do a revamp of actual Game of Thrones and relook at it again, because I wonder if the Mad King was he ever in Harrenhal also that made him go mad. I mean, he started hearing the whispers. Was his bed taken from Harrenhal into King's Landing?
It's an interesting theory. Because she did say that like that bed specifically has led to others
going mad and crazy.
Yeah, possibly. There's a lot of spooky voodoo witch shit when it comes to people going nuts. It's never simple as just like the pressure got to them. It's like, oh no, this witch, this river witch.
Did fucking river bastards. Fucking rivers, fucking bastards.
The damn rivers, bitch. Man. I tell you, if I know one river, I know them all.
God damn it, yo. God damn it. Mom, I gotta talk to you when we get off the show too. Damn it, I need therapy. Damn it, I need therapy. Shit.
And I think after this, we kind of just go back to the battlefield. And you know what? I'm going to give him this. I'm going to give Kristen Cole this. Once they actually got to the battle and he started to see what his plan was.
It was a smart plan.
It was
a very smart plan. Aegon, dumbass, in the middle of the council meeting, hits them with the, you know what? Y'all motherfuckers bore me. I'm out of here. Y'all think I ain't going to be able to do. He goes to his room to find his mom there. And she goes, what happened to your father's books? He said, I have them removed. She starts flipping on him. He hits it with the, I said I had them removed, not burnt, nigga. Damn. Calm the fuck down.
They're around. You know me, I don't read, you know?
Right? He's like, I didn't have them burnt. Shit, calm the fuck down, yo. They just not here.
Would it make room for the ping pong table? You know? I mean, shit. What do you want out of me?
Shit. Like, yo, think this foosball table was going to make it in here with them books? Like, what the fuck? Like, this big-ass Lego set I got here in King's Landing, how the fuck you think I was going to make it? So, he's like, they don't respect me. She goes, who? He goes, my counsel. And she pretty much hits him with the, oh, they don't respect you, huh? Well, what's your ideas then, nigga? Since you got so many bright ideas. And he just kind of looked at her like, You know what? Fuck you too. I'm gonna go out there and battle my own. And his dumbass decides to mess up the plan that Christian Cole and Aemon had.
And you know what? Real quick, they were showing us the various Targaryens getting ready with their dragons, and Rhaenys is with Meleys, and she's kind of leaning on her, and she's just like praying or something, and she looks at her, and they make eye contact, and she's like, "Are we ready to go to war for one last time, old girl?" And then you see Aemon sitting on Vhagar, and Vhagar just like slumped in the forest, just, can we go yet? Like he looks like just this. And then you see Aegon,
this fucking attack dog waiting to just do what he gotta fucking do. Just like, oh, I just want to eat a motherfucker. Please let me eat somebody, please.
Which is weird because I think I saw someone mention that like maybe these dragons take on the personality of their riders. Because yeah, I think that's because Vhagar wasn't like that from what we saw before Aemon got a hold of her, right? Mm-hmm. But Aegon shows up with we see Aegon with his dragon, Sunfire, right? And it's like very playful, like it nudges him and smiles, and they're like nuzzling, and it's this like a boy and his puppy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you see three very different relationships of these riders and their dragons and what they treat them as. Mm-hmm. Say all the shit you want about Aegon. He's that dragon. He loves that dragon. Like that's an actual like family member pet for him. Mm-hmm. And Rhaenys treats it like an equal. You know, like sisters in arms going to war.
Rhaenys treats it like what it is, a majestic fucking creature that she knows is powerful, that has the ability to make or break a fucking war. Mm-hmm. She treats it exactly like the way it is. Whereas
with the respect that it should be.
Right. Whereas Aemon is literally, like I said, treating that shit like the ultimate attack guard dog. Mm-hmm. Like you are here to destroy.
Yeah. I think I do love that. It speaks. It gives you a very good idea. Like if you were just kind of rushing to catch up, and maybe you didn't really watch a lot of the other series, and you just kind of see that little 1 minute 30 clip of them talking to their dragons and things, you kind of get an idea of like, oh, this is like, you get a good idea of what their personalities are. Mm-hmm. And I love that scene specifically. I thought it was a nice thing to bring up. We learn about what Cole's plan is, and again, Aegon mentioned at the beginning of the episode when he was talking to Aemon, he said, "You and Sir Cole, are you plotting behind my back?" And kinda, a little bit,
right?
Yeah.
He pretty much didn't deny it. He didn't confirm it and didn't deny it. He was like, "Well, basically, we just kind of got a better little military plan going on with you, bro."
Like, look, you sit here in your castle, you spin your little thing, you know.
He pretty much told his ass to shut up and be pretty.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he told him. Shut up and look pretty on the fucking throne while we do the work. All right. And when I tell you, he's pretty much. And if I'm not mistaken, Aemon is the younger brother.
Yeah.
And he is pretty much, literally, Tito said it earlier, sonning him like, yo, shut the fuck up. I got this. Just sit there and look pretty. I'll make you king. And the thing about it is, too, Cole is now getting the term kingmaker along the road because of how many houses he sieged and how much he's built up the army for Aegon and stuff like that. So low-key, Cole is becoming the man. It's really become the Aemon and Cole show. You know what I mean? Like, in Game of Thrones, we had King Slayer with Jaime Lannister, and that's how he became famous. Now we have Kingmaker.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Which is just
then hit him with the. Then hit him with the. All right. Since you want to know it, since you got a plan, what's your fucking plan, homie? What's your plan? Whole council, because like we said, Aegon is horrible at High Valyrian. Whole council was like, you know his Valyrian is shitty when fucking Larry Strong can understand it. Oh, Cripplefoot can understand what the fuck is going on. Oh, Freaky Foot Freddy can understand what the hell is going on. Something is wrong. Okay? So now we're out here on the battlefield.
That is a great point, Cookies. Just like Michael and Fredo Corleone from The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Where Fredo was the older brother. The only difference is, the older brother actually got the inheritance. But one is definitely treated with a bit more respect and run the place, and the other one is just told to sit there and just
be pretty.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's a good point, Cookies.
So now comes the big war scene, and of course, Sir Cole did not expect Aegon to come through with Sunfire. Rhaenyra has appeared on the scene and is burning the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, and
Rhaenyra knows the word Dracarys. Okay, that is in one dictionary.
Also, I'm getting a little ahead of it, but while we're talking about Dracarys and like the Valyrian vernacular, again, Aegon doesn't speak Valyrian, so his dragon understands common phrases, common words.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting, because I think up to this point, every dragon you had to speak Valyrian too. Because even in Game of Thrones, Daenerys was speaking that to hers. Mm-hmm. So I think it's interesting that that Aegon's relationship with his dragon allowed it to just like breach that barrier, and it's again, it really hammers home
the
Targaryens and what they have with this, again, like you said, majestic and yet terrifying creatures.
Because not everyone riding on these goddamn dragons are Targaryens.
Mm-hmm.
Pure blood Targaryens. Even though the fact that Rhaenyra is giving dragons to other lands in far as, to help get them on their side and stuff like that, she's still sending Targaryens to ride those.
Mm-hmm.
A Targaryen to raise them. So, like, Targaryens are dragon masters at the end of the fucking day. Plain and simple. So, we got Khaleesi's out here burning niggas to the core. Just spit fire. I told you. Rhaenyra and Aemon are me. Those two motherfuckers know the word Dracarys. And like I said, if I'd had a dragon, y'all have been mad at me because I'd have been spitting Dracarys in this nigga's ear all day long. And shit would have been a rapid fire hellball fire coming at y'all fucking weekend.
Just nonstop. The dragon's like, let me breathe. I gotta get a breath in.
Shit would have looked like fucking
just in time to talk about a fight.
Right.
Sir Matty himself.
Sir Matty of the realm of Louisville.
What is going on, Matt? Just in time to talk about this crazy ass battle.
Listen, if I had a bad dragon, when Mario gets the fire plant in Super Mario Brothers, and you keep pressing B and he spits that fireball like 800 times. That's how my dragon would be looking, because I'd be in his ear. It'd have been looking like that on these motherfuckers. They'd been like, nah, Kenny cheating.
You got a dragon. I got a dragon. You know.
That episode was rated as that was rated the best episode of the whole series. It's been ranked as one of the greatest of the whole franchise. And
it's the first time we've had an actual pure dragon fight.
I was like, that was like they told us this is the War of the Dragons, and good lord, was it? Because
when Aemon killed Luke, that was Luke running away and getting caught.
Right.
This was a real actual fight.
This was a fight. So we get Sunfire coming up on the scene. Aemon is pissed. He's like, what the fuck is this stupid ass doing? Sir Cole is pissed. Sir Cole turns this into a positive because his troops were running away because Khaleesi's was burning the hell out their ass. Sir Cole hits them with your king and his dragon has joined you in this battle. Hold your ground and show your king what you're made of. Attack.
The gods bless us and our shields on this day. All that stuff. It was really great on him to turn that and like on a dime immediately. Just shit. Let me think of something. I found out the guy's name. Gawain is Allison's brother. And he says, was this your plan to bring in the king? And he goes, no, it wasn't. And then they had sent off like essentially flares, like smoking arrows in the sky to tell Aemon to come. And that's what you see right before Aemon and Vhagar fly off. They see Sunfire and Aegon, and he's like, whoa, wait. And then you see Vhagar's head.
I told him to get come.
You see Vhagar's head slump back into the ground like, oh.
Right. Vhagar did the you know when your dog, you tell your dog sit your ass down in a spot.
Like leave that squirrel alone. They ain't doing nothing.
And they give you that long, hard sigh, like you're bothering them. Mongo knows what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
If you're a dog owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. At some point, you're going to tell your dog to do something, and they're going to give you this fucking sigh like they pay bills and shit. And you're going to look at them like, you motherfucker, are you serious? And that's exactly what Vhagar did. Vhagar hit him with Trust me, if you're a dog owner, that shit has happened to you on more than one occasion.
Oh, yeah. At the end of the day, essentially, these are people and they're overgrown dogs. These dragons, they cannot control. They've said it multiple times. We can talk to them, but we can't control them. Like, come on now. Like, think about it. That's stupid. Y'all really think us humans can control them? Yeah, nah, we can't.
They respect us.
That's right. We just have to give them. We got to start from birth for them to respect us. But you think us Targaryens can just tell them to just shut up? Oh no.
This is how Luke ass got ate.
Right.
Because he really can't control it.
Like them dragons have beef with each other from birth. Like they saw they was beefing when they was little kids, and that beef carried on, just like Naya and the dog that she don't like. Sure, that's just beef.
Right. Exactly. Vhagar was giving him the and it's literally exact. Like I said, Mongo knows what I'm talking about. If you have a dog, your dog will eventually do that shit to you one day. Like you're like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Get your ass over there. So the bullshit is Rhaenys knows Aegon ain't no fighter. And low-key, she puts a little smirk on when she sees his ass come. Like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. She hooks her shit up. She's like, let's go, baby girl. Let's show this motherfucker what we gonna do.
Locks in.
She locks the fuck in. Like, let's get it, baby. And the thing about it is, if you notice, the only word that you see Aegon actually say to Valerian, to Sunflower, is Dracarys. He says Dracarys. Rhaenys says attack.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, whip his ass. Mm-hmm. Okay,
right.
like don't just burn him. Whip
you
his
don't just
ass.
have fire. You got claws. You got teeth.
She tells Malaise attack, and what does Malaise do? Rips a big ass gash in Sunfire's titty. Sunfire goes, "Oh shit, she not fighting fair."
That's dirty. We scratching, we pulling hair.
Oh, that's what we doing out here. I didn't know that fucking Rhaenyra's people with scratches and biters. I didn't know that. That's what
Sunfire almost crashes in the ground, but manages to like regain composure. But the blood leaking out of that wound burns
is acid.
Soldiers. Yeah, it burns
it's fucking
soldiers.
Acid. I'm gonna mention that in a minute, Mongo, too, because now once Aemon sees like Sunfire get fucked up, he hits a Vhagar with them. All right, nigga, now we can go. Mm-hmm. So he's coming up.
Let's go fix this. All right.
He's coming up, right? Aemon sees the fight that's ensuing. He sees Aegon and Rhaenyra's dragon locked in, going back and forth. Aemon, with the glossy look in his eyeball, hits the phrase, Dracarys. Mad vile in Vhagar's ear. Vhagar's like, yeah, nigga, I've been waiting for this.
And Aegon
is like, what the fuck, nigga?
And I'm just like, hey, nobody told your ass to come.
I'm done.
You left your ass open. I'm like, hey.
I'm done, Batty. Batty, you are on no speed punishment for 30 seconds at least after that one.
Nah, that shit funny as hell. Got that super magic. That dragon magic.
Batty, you are on no speed punishment. Holy shit.
Got
wow.
That Chorus plus.
Wow. Batty, we have all said some shit on this show before, but that one might be, you made top 3.
That shit is funny.
You made top 3. Bravo, Batty.
Me. They've had some super fucked up deaths because I'm still pissed off just being a damn rat keeper because I'm like, bruh.
I'm just doing my job.
Right, and I had to die. At least you a soldier. You know the consequences potentially of being a soldier. You just died a fucked up way of getting bled on. Being a rat keeper, though, I just come here and I do my job of catching the rats. Now I'm dead. And then they found the dude. So I'm super dead for no reason.
But yeah, damn, Batty. Yo. That shit made me lose my train of thought.
Aemon
done burned up his fucking brother.
Up.
Nah, crisped his ass.
And also, not only did he burn Aegon's ass up, that shit didn't even flinch Rhaenys.
Nah.
Like, it's like he wasn't even aiming at her.
He really didn't. Like, Rhaenys kind of like hit the little side tilt just a smidget, and that whole fireball roasted Aegon's ass. All right. Sir Cole is looking at the shit. He's like, my grace. And as he falls and that fucking dragon hits the ground, the impact from that shit knocks everybody over.
Right.
Cole's head smashes to the ground off his horse. And actually, it goes black for Cole. So now we dealing with the real fight. Rhaenys versus Vhagar. Rhaenys versus Aemon.
The main event.
Right. Sir Cole got a concussion.
Concussion?
He got CO'd.
A concussion.
I might start calling it that now. Like, damn, that's a cold cushion. Matt Hardy cracking his skull off the ladder. That motherfucker got a cold cushion. That ain't good.
Yeah, because you already gonna be hurt falling off a horse, but to get knocked off the horse by just impact. Oh no!
When he wakes up and he know how hard he got hit, that motherfucker helmet flew off. So that's how hard he hit that fucking ground.
That is the equivalent of your shoes getting knocked off when you get knocked out.
That is the equivalent of a Braun Breaker spear by Sammy Santos.
So Cole he gonna have that C is also gonna stand for CTE. He is the first person to have CTE.
Tristan, that is the first Antonio Brown right there.
That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense for the stupid shit he's been doing. When he wakes up and he looks at his horse, it's not even like, oh, my horse. Like,
fuck that horse.
Shit. Fuck. Shit, that was close.
Right. She's like, ooh.
Glad it was the horse.
Woo. Right, like, dodged the bullet with that one there. Woo. That's exactly how you looked at it.
Horse was like, I'm dead, man.
Right.
Better you than me.
Right. One of us had to go.
I can get a new one of you. They can't get a new one of me. So we got Melisses and Vhagar fighting, and they're going at it. Like, ain't too much fireballs is getting hit, but they actually are scratching the shit out of each other. And Melisses gets the better of Vhagar for a hot second with a good scratch, and throws him to the ground. Which brings me to this point, Mongo. Vhagar hits the ground, and he's trying to get his running start back on, and this motherfucker squashes 4 people with one step. Now, I ain't the brightest man in the world, but I always thought something like this. If it's a big object like that big ass dragon, or even like in the Star Wars movies, when they had the storm, the walker or whatever, that big ass thing that's supposed to be right. Instead of walking in the same direction as that, where you got to look back and hope you don't get stepped on, wouldn't it be smart to kind of weave your way? Like, if it's coming this way, you go this way, like the opposite direction, because you know it already went through that path.
Kenny, there's actually a term for this, because this happens a lot in horror movies. It's called running away from a train. If it's coming or falling in this direction, and you can just go
either way.
That's all you got to do. But instead, these motherfuckers are running along with it. Yeah. So at that point, yes, Kenny, I get what you're saying. They deserve to die. Yes, you're correct.
Yes. You deserve to die.
Very correct. like that's you move.
Like, I remember, like, before I got into Game of Thrones, I watched the episode when Aaron Rodgers got burnt up, and that was basically the equivalent of that. Like, if you know the dragon is about to blow fire, why are you going to run away
in the path?
And then hide behind something to still get burnt up? Like,
if the dragon is shooting fire this way, I'm running under the dragon in the opposite direction. It ain't coming out his ass; it's coming out his mouth. Like, if a dragon is walking this way and I know I'm gonna get stepped on by running in the same direction as that dragon, guess what? I'll make a quick left. I'll make a good right, a good U-turn to go in the opposite direction where that other footprint was, because I know it ain't going backwards.
Right.
Do you know who learned to dodge left or right? Fucking Bronn, when he took Jaime's ass off his horse before they got burned.
Yeah.
Tackled his ass to the left, got out the way of the fire. But these people are idiots.
Like
Kiddo said right there. Common sense ain't common, man.
The only person who wasn't the idiot was Jon Snow.
He didn't know a damn thing. He didn't know shit.
All he did
That's like when this dude killed the It's like Game of Thrones when this dude killed what you call it, And he had that motherfucker. He said, if you can run, you can make it. And he shot the arrow, and this motherfucker ran straight instead of a zigzag.
That was the funny, because no one was upset about the death. They were just like, why didn't this motherfucker like zigzag a little bit? Move. Serpentine, motherfucker. Like, what are you doing?
The same thing we say about Ricky. I mean, he wasn't going to go to no USC. Ricky wasn't going to
come on now.
Ricky wasn't going to the Hall of Fame. He couldn't even dodge a bullet, y'all. Come on now.
Right.
Dive, duck,
the
something.
Same thing. Zigzag.
Zigzag, bitch.
What the dude lined up the shot was like, yep, got him. Boom.
The great advice that the late great Patches O'Houlihan told us during dodgeball: dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Dodge. Have you ever seen the movie Apocalypto? What did those two Native Americans do when they was having the arrow? These motherfuckers said, we gonna hit these bitches with the zigzag. Motherfucker made it all the way to the end.
It's the reason it's called Bob and Weave. It ain't called to stand there and get hit.
Head movement is very big. Like,
we're getting off on a tangent now.
Running with the shit?
We're getting off on a tangent now. But that's what I hate when people are watching a boxing fight and like, it's boring. He's just moving out the way. Like, yeah, no shit. What is he supposed to do? What do you mean? Like, he's not taking a punch. Yeah, he's dodging. You're supposed to not get hit.
That's the whole art of boxing.
Like, you do
know
who
it was, but it was that fight,
out, right?
It was that fight last week. I can't remember who it was. And people were like, it's so boring. He just dodges punches. Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's called defense.
Right.
It's called defense.
Hey, y'all play UFC. This is UFC.
Man's trying to avoid a CTE. Damn.
Right. So we get, like I said, Milesius gets the best of Vhagar, throws him to the ground. Vhagar finally gets up, starts flapping around, and he disappears. So we think, so Milesius and Rhaenys is like, oh, we may have got the best out of him. All of a sudden, this big bitch played peekaboo. But how did this big motherfucker hide behind a castle that he's bigger than?
Kenny, so we were saying before about how Luke got killed. You know what? He was flying above the clouds. The storm kind of blocked out Vhagar a little bit. How the fuck did Rhaenys lose Vhagar in this battle and then didn't notice him behind? Like, we knew it when we saw her flying near that castle. Every one of us was like,
yeah,
right there.
He's there.
He's right there. He's right there. Because she kept looking up. She looked up. She looked down. She looked everywhere and didn't think maybe he's behind that fucking castle.
Bro, it's like hiding behind a light pole. You can't hide behind a light pole. And that's exactly what Vhagar did.
It was the equivalent of Shaq behind the tree, smirking.
I was about to bring that up.
Shaq, like, I know you see me. Oh, you don't see me? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to definitely kill you because you deserve to die.
Right. It's like, come on now. Come on. How is this
like
possible?
Luke all over again? It was just like, oh, damn, Luke, you're not safe. Oh, Rhaenys. Girl, right. You about to die.
And Vhagar ass loves taking a bite out of fucking crime. This motherfucker.
That's his finisher.
This motherfucker loves to bite. It loves to bite.
He is the
I didn't know the Targaryens were biters.
They're scratchers, they're clawers, now they're biters.
No, that's Mike Tyson. He is derived from the House of Tyson.
He said Rhaenys was a coward, didn't finish the job, and got Luke killed. That, you know what? That kind of makes sense because that battle was lost well before she got killed. So
Yeah.
she could have left after, like, okay, you know what? Aegon and Sunfire we just took out the king.
That would have been my
thing. Leave.
Technically, my thinking was, yo, the war is over. This nigga just died. It's supposed to be Aegon against Rhaenyra. And if there's no Aegon, war over.
Mm-hmm.
She could have flown back.
Yeah. I don't even think Aegon's dead.
Nah, he ain't.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's dead. Because look, in this show, they will show you when someone's dead.
Right.
You will see when someone's dead. And we didn't get. All we saw was like him
dying.
He had like his hands across his chest, but we barely saw like his face, and like I saw a theory that like because of the armor he was wearing, like you know how like they have like Valyrian daggers and shit that are good for like killing White Walkers, like the Valyrian steel is good against like dragon fire. So it's like, yeah, he's gonna be burned, but he's not gonna be dead. Like but also he just dropped out of the sky. Like how many fucking stories? How many fucking meters?
So his back is broke. Yeah. That's for fucking sure. This motherfucker is the first Braun because his ass is in a wheelchair for real.
Aegon the broken. Aegon the melted.
That's
that motherfucker got a melted. He got a melted helmet to his fucking face and he in a wheelchair. Yeah, motherfucker's Professor X when he's hooked up to Cerebro.
He's basically he's the first ever cyborg.
That's exactly what he is. He's fucking Joe Swanson in the future. That's what the fuck he is. So we get
not Aegon the hot pot.
Literally. Like, because I was telling Deirdre that because she was like, I think he's dead. I was like, nah, he ain't dead. He's just like fused to the armor he's wearing now.
That motherfucker.
Fuck.
Right. That nigga is he can't take that shit.
Aegon the RoboCop.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So we get Vhagar biting the shit out of Melisses. As Melisses is dying, looks back at Rhaenyra.
Looks her in the eyes.
Like,
looks
girl,
her in the eye like, I'm sorry.
We tried. I'm sorry.
We tried, baby girl.
Bro.
And Rhaenyra's ass hits her with the I know, baby. And then
it just
and I want to bring up something. Now we talk about that poison blood, right? We talk about that poison blood and how it's so hot it burns soldiers and shit. And then baddies took her to another realm of what she said.
Which we're not going to repeat.
Baddies took us to another realm of what she said.
Got that toxic.
So that blood is so fucking crazy and hot. When Melisses hits the fucking ground, that motherfucker explodes like a goddamn nuclear bomb going off.
That castle's just gone now. That castle's not even there anymore.
All of that makes sense. I've never thought about it until like this episode. Like all the times we've seen dragons in other shows and everything. Yeah, they breathe fire. Okay, how does that fucking fire come out of them? Like, yeah, they gotta have some sort of like toxic craziness to just be a walking grill.
I love so in a lot of different fantasy things where it's shows, movies, books, there's always an attempt to explain how the fire works. And my favorite one, I think it is actually from
it's always through dragon blood though.
Yeah, it's always something with dragon blood. One of my favorite ones, and I can't remember if it was from this or if it was from something else. But it's the idea that like they have like a sack for the fluid that they turn to fire. And you know how like you like click your tongue like that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the idea of like having like flint in their mouth, and when they do that, fire shoots out.
Okay.
So it's like this like combustible chemical they have in one organ, and they breathe it out, and they do that, and it turns to fire. Which I think works well for the idea of this thing falling and exploding, and also when when Sunfire was bleeding, the like toxic, like burning acidic blood. I think it actually ties that pretty well together. But I always love learning like how the fuck does the fire work in these things?
Because essentially the bite could have hit that vein where that fluid comes from, where it's leaking out, and then boom, y'all burnt them.
Got lethal weaponed. Just
right.
Out here getting biffed. And it ain't no manure, baby.
Rhaenyra's just like, I'm too old for this shit. And
pretty much this is this nigga with the hey, baby girl.
Because I was like, oh, because Deirdre asked me, are they gonna try and get her body? And I'm like, I don't know. I just said,
what body?
Her body just gone. Oh, like, her
body? That shit blew the fuck up.
Because you know they found Luke. But they ain't gonna be no her. She gone.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what they found of Luke. They said they found something.
They found this nigga's shoulder and a dragon wing. That's what they found.
they found enough.
They found his shoulder because that's all. It just had the shoulder and a piece of the cloak. Yep. They found his shoulder, the cloak, and a dragon wing. That's it.
Yeah. And we see immediately after that, perfect example of like, if there's no body left. Cole stands up and he's like, we need to go find the king. And he taps a soldier on the shoulder.
And then he disintegrates.
Turns to dust. Like, yeah, there's no body. There's no bodies left.
Yeah.
The horse took that L for you, Sir Cole. Because everybody else around you is dead.
Everybody else around you is a fucking match. Everybody else around you look like my ashtray.
Everybody around him got Thanos snap. That's what happened.
Everybody else
was the theory. When the snap happened, it went all the way back in time, and they got snapped.
That's him. That's the soldier, right? That soldier right there. There's a little bit of Rhaenys right there.
All right. This is what that battlefield like.
Here go Luke. I got Luke right here.
Right. Like, that's what the battlefield looked like. That shit looked like my ashtray. So we see Sir Cole come up on Aemon and he says, "Where's our grace?" Nigga just kind of First off he comes up on Aemon with his sword. Aemon has his sword drawn already.
About to kill him.
About to offer.
Cole says,
about to offer. Where is he? He sheaths the sword, picks up the dagger. Like, you motherfucker. Like,
and use that dagger to point, just like.
There he is. He's right there.
And all we see is Cole walking over and like he falls to his knees, like, oh, by the gods. And it's Sunfire like struggling to breathe, somehow still alive. And we barely get a glimpse of Aegon, barely, but his face like seemed fine from what we saw, and that's the episode.
Oh, so he got burnt from the neck down. So he's just like Braun. His dick don't work.
To be fair, after with the amount of times he spent in that brothel, it was probably going to fall off anyway. That thing was like,
yeah, he kept dipping it in yogurt. Dip it in yogurt, it'll last a couple of years. It's probiotic.
Aemon was pulling out a sword like Aemon pulled out that sword like, you talk about my girlfriend too many times. You
gonna kill your brother for some pussy that we all had?
Aegon talks
shit even that good.
Too many times. He talked shit one too many times. Like, I hated seeing that happen to Aegon, but Aemon has just been like, you already know how Aegon rolled, bro. So you can't be shocked. Like, you know he killed Luke. So why are you still coming at him that type of way? Like, he already killed one of our cousins, and you already know how crazy he is, and you still talking shit to him. Like, all right, all right.
He's right. He's right. Yeah. So yeah, Aemon is he's a terrifying dude. He's a terrifying dude. He grew up. He went from being a straight up bitch to a terrifying guy.
He is everything. He is just like Daemon. He is essentially just the purest of Daemon's evilness.
And you know what? I don't even think it's evilness. I think it's he just likes violence. So it's not so much evilness. He just likes. He has a military mind, and the fact that he has the weapon to assist with his military mind makes him very, very powerful, and he knows that. So that Aemon is trying to be the king, plain and simple.
Yeah, that's essentially it. That's why he knew High Valyrian way better than Aegon. Aegon never took it seriously, and he's like, bro, we're trying, like, if you want to be the king, you got to know this. And then he just basically failed up into being king, and he's like, dude, you're not even the king, really. I'm the real king. I'm the one. You all this fighting, it ain't because of you. It's because of me. I'm the one that killed Luke.
And hell, this battle would have gone better had Aegon not shown up.
Right.
Like they were prepared for Rhaenys and her dragon, with knowing that Aemon and Vhagar could stand and deal with the fight. Like, instead, Aegon shows up, bleeds all over the soldiers. You know, like there was more death and fire because Aegon and Sunfire showed up. So, and also the episode after Viserys dies, Aegon is drunk in a brothel somewhere, and it's one of the Eric brothers and Aemon find him, and Aemon says, "If our father's dead, you are king," and he says, "You can have it." Like Aegon didn't want to be king.
Yeah, that's essentially that you made the point for me right there. Like if you think about it, Aemon looks at Aegon like, bruh, just stay back and be the vanity piece of being the king, of being on the throne, and let me handle all the king shit. Let me handle the fighting. You stay back. So when he's like, I'm here. What you mean you here? You're supposed to stay back and look pretty. Stay back, look pretty, and fuck bitches. That's what you're supposed to be doing as king.
Pretty much he's like, yo, you need to do what he wants him to replicate what their father and Daemon had, what Viserys and Daemon had. Yeah. Viserys sat there, looked pretty, kept the peace while Daemon was out there cutting heads off, doing whatever in the name of peace.
Daemon handled
the dirty work.
Shit. Yeah, the dirty work, exactly. Like that's a real easy thing to do, and yet Aegon
he's that manager that's like, nah, I need to get that. I need everybody to know I was here, so I need to get that credit.
Yeah.
Now he burnt up. Yep. And now he robo gone. He ain't got no technology. He just melted.
Right.
Man. Well, that was the end of the episode. We'll see what comes next. At some point, Daemon's got to get out of that fucking Scooby-Doo mansion and like. Like, come on, man. All right, we just lost a dragon. Let's get you back to the fight. Come on, let's hurry up.
Like people are dying.
We just lost a whole ass castle.
Right. And I wonder what's gonna happen now with Corlys. Now his wife is dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's the weave.
That's
the weave. Cookies. You said buy the weave. There's the weave.
That's the weave.
Corlys is gonna be pissed. His daughter's dead.
Already.
They sent away all his other kids.
His son, as far as he knows, his son is dead. Even though his son,
as far as he knows, his son is dead.
Left.
His son is living it up and living La Vida wherever.
Real.
Yeah.
That's what fuck that nigga is. He's
Westeros Rios. That's where he's at. Rios.
Right. That boy is out there
having a
Right.
hot boy summer. Hot boy winter. Exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
Ain't
What's
no
going on with that family
dragons,
years in that
no
war? I don't give a shit.
He over there
Keep
just
these mimosas
screaming.
coming.
Oh, people dead? Oh, well.
And then he left with just his wife is dead, and now he left with his bastard son. Oh, that nigga pissed.
And he already didn't approve of Rhaenyra being the queen, but he was siding with his queen. He was siding with his wife, with Rhaenys.
Right. Now she dead.
So I'm interested to see what he does now that he's not anchored by.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah. I'm curious to see, now that he's not anchored by his wife, what his decision's going to be. We'll see. Yeah, what a hell of an episode, man. Like Matt said, one of the best episodes, not just of this series, but of the entire franchise. Incredible stuff. We had a lot of intrigue. We had a lot of political things with both sides fighting about who should be leading things. We got our actual dragon fight, you know. Right. It was great. It was a great episode. I loved it. I'm gonna miss Rhaenys though.
This little fucker is, if he's alive or not.
Oh, he's gonna be alive, but like a Cookie's called him, he's gonna be the Hot Pocket King. But I'm gonna miss Rhaenys, man. Rhaenys was she was a great character. She was.
Yeah, she was with the shits always. She knew from the get-go. She told Rhaenyra, like, hey, you gonna see how it is, because I'm the uncrowned.
But you know what? She offered to go into
here.
She did offer. She went out fighting.
She said, you gotta send me. You know, she said, I know everybody talking about they gotta go, it's me, blah 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 blah. You gotta send me. I know it. I know you guys.
Put some respect on my name. Y'all know who I am. I'm the uncrowned queen. Y'all know who I am.
Because Jake's dumbass would have just gotten killed anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he wasn't gonna do shit. Bela wouldn't have done any damn thing either. You know, like it had to be her.
Right.
Because Jake did say, like, we can't send you. If you die, it's over. Whereas the other side, Aegon's like, if I go in there, I'm gonna prove myself, and you know.
Yeah, he proved himself all right.
If he had died, it would have been over.
It proved that he can survive being a Hot Pocket. He is medieval Hot Pocket.
And motherfucker, they turned him into the outlaw from Subways. Put his ass in the toaster for 10 seconds.
That dude is a toaster now. That dude is a brave. Aegon, the brave little toaster.
Put his ass in that conveyor oven for 15 seconds.
Aegon, the easy bake oven.
Okay.
Fuck David.
I think we've been sufficiently electrifying. Folks, you can follow us at facebook.com/UnderTheRingPod and twitch.tv/UnderTheRingPod. You can also get us at linktree/UnderTheRingPod, where you're going to see our links. Of course, I'm at Greg Bush SK. We've got our current double champion, Rock Riz 44. That's Kenny right there. We've got the former champion. That's right. I'm going to keep saying it. Mike at Mr. Freshbeard. We've got my forever rival, the final Matt at The Right Answer. We've got our street team captain, Tito at Borea Maliente. And last but not least, our good friend and local news correspondent, Justin D. Baxley. Folks, that is it for Dragons Season 2, Episode 4. Let's see what the fuck they got going for us tonight.
Hey.
We'll see you Monday. Peace. And if we're streaming on Twitter, it's because I had to give in because he's a bastard. But, you know, I do it begrudgingly.
Bitch.